Welcome everyone to my channel. Today, I'm going to be sharing some lesser-known facts about the classic Star Wars film, A New Hope. Even if you're a die-hard fan, you might not be aware of these interesting details that add depth and richness to the story. This film was released in 1977 and it was directed by George Lucas, and it was the beginning of one of the most iconic and successful film series of all time. Yoda was originally going to be a giant puppet, but the technology wasn't advanced enough at the time. The special effects team at the time, led by John Dykstra, wasn't able to create a believable giant puppet for Yoda, so the decision was made to use a small puppet instead, which proved to be a more effective and memorable design. The small puppet was operated by Frank Oz, who gave Yoda a unique and expressive personality through his performance. This choice also allowed for more mobility and flexibility in the character's movements and actions, making him more dynamic on screen. The desert planet of Tatooine was inspired by the desert planet in the novel, Dune, with its harsh and unforgiving environment and the presence of powerful and mysterious forces. Tatooine was chosen as the setting for the film's opening act because it was a perfect representation of the Star Wars universe, a harsh and distant planet, far from the center of the galaxy where the story takes place. Darth Vader's original name was Dark Water, but it was changed to Darth Vader for a more menacing and powerful ring, and it also hinted at the character's backstory and purpose as the main villain. The name Darth Vader also has a more striking and memorable sound to it, which is fitting for the main villain of the story. The Stormtrooper helmets were based on Nazi German helmets, with modifications to make them look more futuristic. The designer of the Stormtrooper helmets, Andrew Ainsworth, was inspired by the shape and style of the helmets worn by the German army in World War II. The final design of the helmet was sleek and imposing, which fit perfectly with the design aesthetic of the Star Wars universe. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, broke his nose during filming and it had to be hidden with makeup in some scenes, but it didn't affect the filming schedule or the final product. The makeup department used special prosthetics and makeup techniques to hide the injury and make it unnoticeable on screen. This shows the level of dedication and attention to detail that was put into the film. Darth Vader's iconic breathing sound was achieved by using a mixture of several sounds, including a scuba regulator and a respirator. The sound designer Ben Burtt used a combination of different sounds and effects to create the final breathing sound that we all know and recognize as Darth Vader's iconic breathing sound. The blaster sound effects were created by recording the sound of a car engine being turned on and off, giving it a unique and iconic sound. Ben Burtt, the film's sound designer, was known for his innovative sound design techniques and his use of real-world sounds to create a believable and immersive soundscape in the film. The blaster sound effects are now one of the most recognizable and iconic sound effects in film history. Did you know that Luke Skywalker's original last name was Starkiller in early drafts of the script? George Lucas changed it to Skywalker for a more epic and heroic sound, and it also hinted at Luke's potential destiny as a Jedi. This change also made the name more relatable and identifiable to the audience, as it was more common and familiar. Princess Leia's hairstyle, the cinnamon buns, was based on the hairstyle of the King of Tonga's sister, chosen for its unique and fitting style for the character of Princess Leia, a strong and independent leader. The hairstyle was also designed to be functional and practical, as it kept Leia's hair out of her face while she was in action. This hairstyle became one of the most iconic in Star Wars history, and it is closely associated with the character of Princess Leia. Some of the dialogue in the film was improvised by the actors. Such as Han Solo's famous line, "I know," in response to Leia's, "I love you," was not in the script. This improvisation added a more natural and relatable touch to the characters and the story. The actors were given freedom to add their own personal touch to the characters they played, making them more unique and believable. This improvisation also made the characters and the story more realistic and relatable to the audience. So, there you have it, 10 things you may have missed from Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. These lesser-known facts add depth and richness to the story and world of Star Wars. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more Star Wars content. Let me know in the comments if you knew any of these facts, or if there's any other Star Wars trivia you'd like me to cover in future videos. Thanks for watching and may the Force be with you. Remember, Star Wars is not just a film, it's a cultural phenomenon that has captured the hearts and minds of millions of people around the world. Its story, characters, and themes continue to be relevant and meaningful to this day. So, whether you're a hardcore fan or a casual viewer, there's always something new to discover and appreciate in the world of Star Wars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.